Now more than ever, we're focused on the intensive task of maintaining our health and well being. Today, we're joined by trained naturopathic physician Dr. Barry Taylor to talk about the path to health. Hi, Dr. Taylor.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, you often speak about the distinct differences between health promotion and managing disease. Can you enlighten us on what that means?
Sure, thanks. It's one of my passions. The model that we've all grown up in is a model of treating symptoms. So we've got antibiotics for germs, and we've got Midol for headaches, and we've got Furanol for arthritis, and we've got different medicines for different symptoms. And I'm not saying no one should take those medicines, but our migraines are not from a deficiency of Furanol, and our strep throats are not from a deficiency of antibiotics. So health promotion, health restoration, to really look and speak with doctors about what is it that makes me healthy is very different than just managing symptoms.
And that's a very important concept, especially right now, as we're all hypersensitive to what symptoms we might be having in the midst of what is an actual pandemic. So, establishing and maintaining a healthy immune system really requires a multi pronged approach, meaning healthy foods, healthy habits, and a healthy mind. So, when we start with foods, you have a list of foods that promote strong immune systems, but also those that interfere.
Right. Yep. And without being a health nut, without everybody having to eat tofu and carrot juice and sprouts, and that's all you eat, there are foods that really promote health. So that, in the coronavirus universe, there's a lot of research that zinc is extremely helpful to deal with the virus. Well, zinc is found in ginger, it's found in oysters. I know a lot of people might not eat oysters, but zinc is bound by white sugar. Zinc is used up by lots of preservatives and additives and lots of animal protein. So it can be difficult to get zinc. Sometimes people might need to do a zinc supplement. Zinc's also found in pumpkin seeds. Things like vitamin C. You think you're getting vitamin C when you drink orange juice, except vitamin C is extremely heat sensitive. And if your orange juice is processed and pasteurized, sorry, the 100 milligrams per orange that you thought you were getting, it's more like sugar water. That's different than if you were drinking fresh squeezed orange juice or fresh squeezed grapefruit juice. So there are lists of fresher fruits and vegetables and people who really understand vitamin D. Lots of research recently about using vitamin D to help prevent coronavirus, and getting in the sunshine. So yes, it's more than just getting a vaccine or taking a drug. And I'm not poo-pooing or minimizing the need for medications and vaccines and things like that. But there is a real need for people to appreciate that the regular standard American diet might have some holes in it that don't really give us as much protection if you're eating unlimited amounts of white flour and white sugar and alcohol and, the normal things that most people eat.
Well, that's actually a lot to think about as far as, the many different aspects of the foods that you're eating. We think of foods normally, as you were mentioning, with orange juice, for example, as that being healthy, but not really diving into the individual concepts that make up what you're actually consuming. So that's really, really interesting information. Now, mental health is also a critical part of maintaining your immune system and making sure that the foods that you're eating and the healthy habits that you have can really, function for you in the best way possible. How do you maintain a healthy mental state, especially during something like this?
It's such a great question because our mind has such a powerful effect on the body. Norman Cousins wrote a great book as he recovered from ankylosing spondylitis. There was another MD, Carl Symington, wrote a great book called Getting Well Again in the early 70s about the effect of inspiration, the effect of curiosity, the effect of gratitude. More research recently about gratitude. So in the coaching that I'm doing with people in the online programs and ways that I consult with people around the country, it's, what are you learning rather than just waiting for things to get better? kind of like a diet mentality, like you wait for the diet to be over, like let's wait for us to get back to normal. I don't know if there is any normal we're getting back to. This is a life altering mindset for us. So your question about, do you learn French? Do you learn Italian? Do you do Tai Chi? Do you write poetry? Do you go find a rock and make it a friend? Do you go lean? I know it sounds a little airy-fairy, but the question is, how do you access that part of ourselves? We're not human doers. We're human beings. It's the being in us that's passionate and curious. And all of those things have powerful effects on our brain, which have powerful effects on white blood cells. Getting Well Again book that I mentioned was talking about working with cancer patients, and how visualizations affect shrinking tumors. That was in the early 70s. So here we are in a pandemic time where people are really just unglued by the sense of uncertainty, and really looking at how can they trust their own body's capacity to heal. And it's not only, thank you so much for the question, it's not only about eating better and cutting out a little less alcohol or a little less sugar. It's also about, it's not California positive thinking, and only being positive. It is about, read some things on gratitude. Read some things
Yeah.
on forgiveness and compassion.
And that's so important in the midst of everything that we're going through, is just being grateful, being passionate, taking time to do the things that make you the happiest, and kind of taking advantage of this time that we're in. The information you've shared is so helpful, something definitely for us to continue thinking about, and we so appreciate you being with us.
Thanks for having me. My point is, our capacity to heal is so much greater than we've appreciated. And thank you for bringing up gratitude and forgiveness and compassion. Thanks for having me on. Good to be with you.
Thank you. To learn more about Dr. Barry Taylor and his book, Love Your Body, The Path to Transformation, Health and Healing, we'll post a link to our website later today, WTVR.com/VTM.